All right, let's get started, guys. Apparently, a lot of people chose Zoom today. For today, I'm good. But normally, I'm not, as you know. Uh, Adam here, Clayton excused this week. Caitlin Ba, not even on Zoom. Clay on Zoom. Coleman, Corsi, Hayden on Zoom. Elijah, Jackson here, Isaiah here, Ty Jones, David Kelly, Maynard. I should have put an exam on this thing. Me, 40-year-old, would have done that. McCune, Reese, she dropped it. Mendez, no. Andrea, Solomon, no. Nash is on Zoom. Atticus, you're on Zoom, right? Sydney, Sydney Saxton, no. Skaggs on Zoom. Luke Thomas, Tucci on Zoom. Cuddy here. Webb, Jonathan Webb, West, Viker, no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And Reese just walked in. All right. Since I knew that attendance wasn't going to be much today, let's just kind of a bonus lecture. Uh, I want to talk to you about, I'm sure they're not going to teach you this in your investments class. They should, but they're not. Have you guys ever heard covered call and covered put strategies? All right. Let's say you believe in a stock. I mean, I'm going to use, now let me see, Palantir Technologies. I already have a position on this, but it's a covered put, but that doesn't stop me from discussing a covered call. Suppose I believe in this stock. Uh, I use a kind of an analogy. You're a farmer. You're actually a cattle farmer. You are raising cows, right? You know, when these heifers are of a certain weight, you're going to sell them for meat or just sell and make your money. Think of a stock as one of those heifers. You know, if you get them when they're babies, just like I got into NVIDIA um, originally around 450 or so sometime last year. And, you know, I'm raising it. When it reaches 2,000 pounds, I'm going to go ahead and dump it. All right. Sell it for meat. Remind me your last name? Riley. Okay. But what do you know about the heifers as opposed to bulls? Well, if it's a stud, the bulls have a function too. But while you're raising these heifers, can you get something else out of them? Milk. So while I'm raising them, I got to be able to also milk them a little bit. Here's what I want to do. Let's say I bought this stock right now, okay? And for next week, let me first write what the strategy is. Cover call. Buy multiples of 100 shares because the associated options with this strategy can only be done on multiples of 100 shares. And sell an out of money call option. A call option gives the holder of that option the right, but not the obligation to buy the stock at the so-called strike price. If you actually sold that option and if the holder uses that right, you are obligated to sell at that price. So suppose PL, again, do not necessarily view examples I make here as necessarily trade suggestions, because I wouldn't suggest a trade to you without knowing your particulars. The first golden rule, in fact, first and golden rule of financial advising is know your client first. Before you know your client, don't give any financial advice. I thought you were already on Zoom.
I was sitting in the parking lot. I thought we were all on Zoom.
No, we're
I
not.
saw you were in person.
But knowing that there was going to be low, I already got you in as present.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. Let's get Mendez in as well. I want to buy this stock right now. Let's say I bought it at 27.15. I have to buy at least 100 shares, so I have to spend $2,715 on it. And let's look at the options. Again, I'm using Robinhood, but different apps have similar interfaces. I'm going to do something for next Friday, just 8 days. I want to sell a call. Let's say I want to sell 29 call. Okay. Right now, I can sell that probably for 41 cents. Okay. Now, between now and next Friday, when this option expires, if the Palantir stock never goes above $29, that option premium is mine. In fact, that option premium is mine, period. Somebody is going to pay me What was your name?
Kelly.
Okay. Somebody's going to pay me 43 cents a share or 41 cents a share, depending upon at what price you sold it. And out of 100 shares, that's 43. If price goes above 29 and somebody's going to exercise that, I have to sell it at 29. If price ends up being 39 by 8 days, that's going to make you sad a little bit. But on the other hand, uh, you know, you bought it at 27.15. They paid you. Of course, the price is going up now. Let's say 45 cents. So your effective cost is 26.7. If you have to sell it at 29, so be it. And nice thing about this, you can actually repeat this next week. Next Friday, a little bit before the close, just roll it into another week. I mean, I don't have a covered call, but I have other stuff. And this way, you can actually go ahead and enhance your returns. The question typically is, what is the proper strike price to use? I mean, if you want to be flying a little bit closer to the sun, let's say you could sell at 27.5 call. If you think that in the short term, price is not going to move much upwards, that's actually not a bad idea. Instead of 45 cents, you're going to get 85 cents. And you get to repeat this next week again. And I usually do these 1 week at a time. There's a funny thing about options. If you calculated option premium per day, let's use this one, 29. It's 45 cents. It's 8 days away, so it's about 5.5 cents per day, right? Suppose I did this for 2 weeks, March 22. That's 15 days away. And 29 call would give you 75 cents. You actually get 5 cents a day. You can do even longer term. Let's say April 5th, that's 29 days away. You're going to get 113, but per day, you're getting about 4 cents. So, which means if you repeat this at more frequent intervals, and if you use this as a strategy, your return will be more enhanced. For certain stocks, bid offer spreads are somewhat wide. For those, I don't recommend it 1 week at a time. You should do maybe 2, 3 weeks at a time. With this option, typically bid offer spreads you can get within a cent. Certain stocks, you can't even, let me give you an example. I may have already retired this. No, not yet. I sold this. I'm going to come back to this. I sold this at 43 cents yesterday. It's now trading at 18 cents, but it's expiring tomorrow. I think I have a bid at 5 cents. I'm greedy. I'm going to talk about the covered put as well. When we started this class, this account was around 16,000.